And then one thing that's really big with Larry is he's always says think like an arranger when you play. And so let's give an example of what that is. It's really best demonstrated if you have a band, where you've got a band playing, because then your instrument becomes part of what's happening. It's not, we're not driving it, you know, and we're not, you know, dominating it in some way. We want to sort of weave in and out. So this is kind of a little more, you know, maybe like an old rock and roll progression. Now, keep playing. So if I'm going to think like an arranger, I want to think, how can I embellish this? Okay, I don't want to double what he's doing, and I don't want to just necessarily drive the rhythm unless that's what the tune calls for. But let's say in this case it doesn't. The drums and bass are, they've got it going on, so you just want to enhance it. So that's, you know, we've got a 1, 6, 4, 5, the key of C. So we're going to just think in the key of C for now. Just an example of embellishing what somebody's already doing, because I don't need to redouble what he's doing, of course. So when you get in a band setting, sometimes if somebody's laying it down, you start playing basically different voicings. I start out with a C voicing up here. You know, and then I start. Then I went to. What did I play after that? I actually played a D minor 9 over his A minor 11, which is real pretty, isn't it? And then I played an E minor 9 over his G, which is a harmonic. You know, E minor is a harmonic to G. So I just basically created harmonics, you know, played harmonically with chords of what's already being played. And if you get in a band situation and you start doing this kind of stuff, people will just go, oh, that's so nice, it's so pretty, you've added so much to what we're doing, and you're not stepping on anybody's toes. And that's kind of nice too, because, you know, if you get out, you know, the great jazz thing when you're playing with keyboard players, it's like, watch out, you know, don't you play in my zone, you know. You know, don't you dare comp what I'm comping. So a lot of times, guys are like, well, what do I do? He's playing the chords, what do I do? Well, I can think harmonically, and I can embellish. You know, if he's doing what the keyboard's playing, you know, basically, Nick here, if he's playing what the keyboardist was playing, all I've done is play around that, play harmonically, enhance what he's playing. So that's how we want to think as an arranger, okay? Because when you think about how a record is made, you got your drum and bass track, and then somebody says, you know, lay down guitar parts. You know, we don't come in and like, you know, that was great about 35, 40 years ago, but it ain't happening today. I guess unless we're doing rock and we got our distortion cranked up all the way, then we're back to that again, aren't we? Let's just layer about 10 of those. It's amazing. It's really sad. Today's popular music has so lost the art of space. You know, and in Nashville, that was one thing that we'd always talk about. Sometimes it's not what you play, but it's what you're not playing that can be huge. And go ahead and just play a little bit. See there, I just, instead of a couple times, you're probably like, oh, he's probably going to play there. And then I just waited and then played. And it created a whole different experience, didn't it? So rather than playing in those anticipated moments, let some space go by and then bring it back in. And then what happens is the listener's ear, they're listening to this groove or whatever's happening, and then all of a sudden this embellishment comes like, ooh, sweet, you know? So then you're lifting the music, okay? Any questions about that?
You weren't necessarily trying to